college about poetry, if you can imagine that. Specifically, Victorian poetry was my favorite. So I love poetry. So I'm glad poetry is part of a crazy M-rated video game. I feel like more games should have poetry in them. See a Caragor, I think, marker on my map. Yep, there's one. If I could just take care of it right now. Yep. Well, fearsome predators pounce on and quickly shred their prey. Their deadly jaws protect them from frontal assaults. Use your bow to defeat them at a distance or evade attacks and strike from the side. I thought the riding Caragors in the last game was a lot of fun. I'm going to unlock a skill ability right now, just so I don't forget. Execution, definitely, I'm going to take because it's invaluable in combat. It really helps to build your might and take out some captains in one go, which is very helpful. So, ooh, just look at that. It's very picturesque. The capture mode, the camera mode in this game is actually very, very powerful, or so I've read. I don't actually know where it is, but I'm sure we'll find it eventually. I'm sure there'll be other nice looking moments to have too. So for right now, let's see, I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna go mess around in the world a bit. So I'm gonna find this at Field Inn, and then maybe go to this Hydeir, and then maybe over here. We'll just slowly do the different collectibles and stuff, or quickly, you don't have to be slow. Quickly do the different collectibles in this area, because I love collecting stuff and leveling up, so it should be fun. And I imagine we'll encounter some orcs along the way, so it won't be a complete bore. Hashtag poetry, Chrissy says in the chat, it is the best. I love good poem. Pablo Neruda, check him out. I really like him. I really like Shel Silverstein, obviously. Who doesn't is the real question. Might, successful attacks gain might. Execution, consume, mighty shot, elven light are all powerful attacks that require might to use, so earn the skill points to unlock additional abilities. Getting hit or missing your attack reduces might. So just don't miss. It's easy. Treasure orcs. These orcs carry valuable loot. Run them down to claim their treasure. So I'm just gonna sneak up on this guy and stab him. Oh, that looks like a red rune. I'm guessing it'll be like some sort of damage rune. See, that's why I love this game, is like when you do stuff well, it does look pretty sweet when you just take out a bunch of guys really quick. So, and we're gonna grab this rune. Let's see what it is. Warrior gem. And this is a 7.5% chance the enemies killed by this weapon drop will give me coin. I think I'm going to switch this one to the warrior gem, which is just a 10% damage increase. I think it's just helpful. From what I've read, you don't really need the coin that much, so poetry time. Yo! Yob. This is the Field Inn, so just to collect all these, and we'll be able to fill up that wall with poetry, glorious poetry. So they got a worm right here. I'm just gonna insert it in. I'm really looking forward to having the ability to dominate orcs, because I think it's a waste just to blow up everyone's heads. So this guy is Norsko Who Devours. Ooh, it's a Who title. That's pretty cool. Mortally sickly. He looks sickly. He's bleeding from the mouth. Terrified of Morgul flies, or Morgai flies. He's clumsy, soft target, and beast fodder. He's damaged by executions and explosions, so I don't think that Norsko Who Devours will be very much of a problem. Excuse me. Voice getting dry. To watch my whistle. Alright. Vigilant against stealth. So it looks like we just have to kill him the old-fashioned way. See? Such a waste. Such a waste. Ooh, this guy's coming after me. See, sometimes it's really not worth it to get in it with these dudes because they're just everywhere. And then you end up fighting just like the whole map. So I'm just gonna target this high deer and do an elf sprint away from these guys. Hopefully I don't get shot by an arrow. Jump over here. Just keep going. Just run away. Just run away. Run away. I also like the music in this game series a lot. I think it does a good job of paying tribute to the Howard Shore music of the movies, but like I said, with the art design and character design, does something new with it, so that's kind of cool. Though I don't know if anything could ever beat Howard Shore's score for, you know, Lord of the Rings. It's perfect. And his Hobbit score I really enjoy too, so. Let's open this part of the map. Mini game. Let's find that Etheldin. I think there should be one right here. Another thing. Oh, almost. Where is it? There we go. Another one, and two more things. And a Shield of Memory. Which I'm wondering what those are going to be because I haven't encountered one yet, but it's all the way over here. It's in the mountains. Guess so. Okay, so let's just go find some of these Etheldin and see what happens. I imagine we'll encounter some boss dudes. For example, I think there's one. I thought there was one down there, but apparently not. Well, we'll get there. Oh, see, that's an example of Italian move where I did not want him to do that. But he did it anyway, so. The controls are pretty cool for the most part, but every once in a while you'll just want to jump left and Italian's going to jump wherever he wants to jump, so. Oh, well. Oh, excuse me. For being a sentry, a lot of these orcs are very inattentive, but that's okay. I guess they don't have very good training, so. Ooh, this guy has some treasure for us. And then our field I believe is down here, so I'm just gonna. Is it right here? Poetry. Excuse me. You seen any poetry around? It's like the least stealthy thing I've ever seen. So unstealthy. Uh-oh, this is bad actually in the sense that these are all like crossbow dudes. Not good. I just wanted to do poetry. Just wanted to do poetry. Oh, some Gondorian dudes. Here we go. I read this. Muy. Poetry. Oh. Here, there's some worms over there. Maybe I'll just go grab these worms real quick. Excuse me, just want to talk. Just want to cut my face. Let's learn about this guy. Nakra. Doesn't even have a title. Nakra, terrified of burning. Aren't we all? Soft target, vulnerable to execution, beast fodder. I think he shouldn't give us too much of a problem. He looks cool though. I like his hair quite a bit. It looks very nice. He has a little bit of jewelry in there too. Just receiving a very important text. It's done. Okay, so back. I had to get used to looking at the camera. Sorry, keep looking at the monitor. I don't know why. Here we go. So the other worm should be right over here. Hello. A little bit of a Nosferatu looking guy. Just gonna go and unlock all these people. It's vulnerable to self-mortally, so maybe we'll be able to sneak up on him. Vulnerable to execution, flammable beast fodder. This shouldn't be a big deal. Koth. We'll be fine if we encounter him. No, not worried about it. So, got that Aethelden, closest one. I guess we'll just grab this one real quick since we're in the area before we go further west. And just keep hitting these worms as we run into them, so. Hello. Come here, come here. Yeah, if you look closely, all these people have different, all these orcs have different faces. It's really impressive to me. Gubu the Messenger. See, he looks kind of scary. And he is, yeah, he's a 5-point warrior, so. Berserker, Furious Charge, Rampage, it's from the Mystic Blade tribe, and he has a crossbow. So he looks dangerous, but he can be poisoned, we don't have that yet. Clumsy, Beast Fodder, we can't ride beasts yet, so maybe we might encounter a Caragor, I don't know. Soft-headed, he's dazed when he's shot in the head, as are most people and beings, I think. So I'll try to remember that for Gubu. Damage by range, execution, and stealth. Actually, captains being vulnerable to range in this game is actually like really big, because range can be super effective. That's why they only give you like 5 or 6 elf shot in the beginning, and not very much by the end even, I don't think, at least of the first game. But yeah, you can really just get rid of some guys by shooting with arrows, which is pretty cool. So I'm just sprinting around all these people. I just want to read my poetry, guys. They don't appreciate it. I think it's up here, maybe? Oh, there it is. Just want to read it. What is it? Hyena. And then this guy over here. Amug, Skull Crusher. It's poison proof, enraged by flies, like everyone. Dying Command. Drives orcs into a vengeful frenzy when he dies. So that's fun. Maybe we should kill his people beforehand. Just to make sure. Stream still going? Stream still going? Yes, okay. Just checking. So maybe we could find a worm that might be helpful. Is that him right there? Oh, he is Hoshgrease Drooler. He is not the most attractive fellow. He's got a... He looks like Butterbur from Fellowship, but just less nice. You wouldn't say Little Monsters. But let's get rid of him anyway. I feel good about it. I'm just gonna jump down on him right now. He's not vulnerable to stealth, so hopefully this works out.
Do you know how much clog I've had? I don't. But I do know that I'm gonna kill you.
Ugh, he is drooling. Gross.
Oh wait. I'm gonna have some more grog. And then I'm gonna kill you.
I wonder how many hours of just dialogue this game has. Oh, hello. I see that. So, Hoshgrease the Drooler is on fire, which is nice, and I'm just going to stab him while he's on fire, just for fun. And I think I got this, so... Not gonna work out for you, Hoshgrease.
What's even? What?
Oh, no. Hoshgrease invaded his death. Now he's on fire. Or just peg him in the face with an arrow. Yep. That'll do it. All that talk. Couldn't stand an arrow to the face. Ooh, a new cloak. Nice, we don't have one of those yet. Alright, Rohirrim cloak. Is it going to be green? No, but still looks kind of cool. I'm sad that he's going to replace the shawl that his dead wife gave him, but it's going to have to happen eventually. Where is this, there he is. I got this worm up here. I like just grabbing the worms because it's fun, but also because I enjoy finding the info and intel about all of the different captains. Ooh, I love also the variety in the colors so far. It's green, yellow, golden.